Green Bay Packers starting quarterback Aaron Rodgers became the fastest player in NFL history to reach 400 career touchdown passes. A very tremendous accomplishment for Aaron Rodgers. He got to 400 career touchdown passes in 193 games, the fastest of all time. Right now, currently, Aaron Rodgers is 7th all time in career touchdown passes. Aaron Rodgers also became the 11th player in NFL history to eclipse 5,000 passing yards. And due to Aaron Rodgers accomplishing these amazing feats, and due to him piling up all these numbers, I thought to myself, where does Aaron Rodgers rank all time among all-time great quarterbacks? I believe Aaron Rodgers is already a top 5 quarterback of all time. That might be a hot take to some of you out there, but in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is already a top 5 quarterback of all time as I speak today. The quarterbacks that I have ranked ahead of Aaron Rodgers, I'll just lift up my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Number 1 is Tom Brady. Number 2 is Joe Montana. Number 3 is Peyton Manning. Number 4 is John Elway. And at the number 5 spot, I have Aaron Rodgers. Now, I can't put Aaron Rodgers in the top 3 all time just quite yet, simply because he's not accomplished enough to be in that group. All of the quarterbacks that I have ranked ahead of Aaron Rodgers have won multiple Super Bowls and have been to multiple Super Bowls. So Aaron Rodgers still has some work to do if he wants to get into the top 3 of all time. But let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. What is Aaron Rodgers' legacy right now? In my opinion, Aaron Rodgers' legacy is a quarterback that has exceeded expectations. Aaron Rodgers succeeded Brett Favre, a Hall of Fame, all-time great quarterback, a guy that's won 3 MVPs, a guy that's won a Super Bowl in the past. Aaron Rodgers took over for that guy. And not only did Aaron Rodgers live up to the hype in Green Bay, Wisconsin, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers has surpassed Brett Favre. I know some Packers fans and some NFL fans still think Brett Favre is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. Hey, if you want to stand on that hill, that's fine. Got no problem with that. But I disagree. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better all-time quarterback than Brett Favre. Brett Favre is the all-time leader in interceptions, people. That's a negative towards Brett Favre, in my opinion. I think Aaron Rodgers has proven to be a more accurate quarterback than Brett Favre. He's proven to be more consistent. I think that he's actually played at a higher level than what Brett Favre ever played at. At least he's matched Brett Favre's level of play. And sometimes in big moments, I think Brett Favre, made way too many mistakes. He was just way too mistake prone, threw way too many dumb interceptions, wasn't as precise, wasn't as efficient as Aaron Rodgers is right now. And I don't think Brett Favre would fit in today's NFL, just because in today's NFL, if you make mistakes, you're not a very successful quarterback. And while Brett Favre had all the numbers and whatnot, he still made a ton of mistakes. So I think that Aaron Rodgers is just as good, if not better, than Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers, as I speak today, is at worst one of the 3 most talented quarterbacks of all time. And I say at worst because I think that, honestly, Aaron Rodgers is the most gifted thrower of the football of all time. He's the most talented thrower of the football of all time, in my opinion. Okay, I think the 3 most talented quarterbacks of all time are Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers in no particular order. I have Aaron Rodgers ahead of Dan Marino just because Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. In the biggest moments, he kind of shrunk a little bit. Aaron Rodgers has proven to elevate under pressure. And while Patrick Mahomes is having an amazing start to his career, I cannot put Patrick Mahomes over Aaron Rodgers as the most talented quarterback of all time, simply because Aaron Rodgers has been doing this for over a decade. Patrick Mahomes just got started. So let's see if Patrick Mahomes can keep this up before we, say he's better or more talented than Aaron Rodgers. I'm not so sure. And we've seen the Hail Marys from Aaron Rodgers versus the Detroit Lions. We've seen the Hail Marys versus the Arizona Cardinals in the playoffs. Same thing versus the Giants a couple of years ago in the playoffs. He had a Hail Mary in that game. We saw the throw to Jared Cook to win the game in Dallas, Texas, to upset the Cowboys on the road in the playoffs. And in my opinion, when evaluating how good a quarterback is, I always look at, okay, were you ever the best at your sport at some point? And I think Aaron Rodgers qualifies for that title. I truly believe, despite Tom Brady getting to multiple Super Bowls and winning multiple Super Bowls, during Aaron Rodgers' era, I think that Aaron Rodgers from 2011 to early 2017, I deemed that guy as the best quarterback in all of football. He had more influence on the outcome of games of any quarterback in NFL history, in my opinion. He was elevating not very good teams to the playoffs every single year. He won multiple MVPs during that stretch. He was very dominant. And if you could choose one quarterback at that point to start your franchise with, Aaron Rodgers, he should have been coming off the board at number 1 overall. From 2011 to 2017, I think Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback in all of football. I think that Russell Wilson might have overtaken Aaron Rodgers in early 2017 just for a little bit. Then Patrick Mahomes comes along and, well, he's overtaken everyone, okay? But listen, when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, he's as close to a perfect quarterback as you can imagine, in my opinion. He's a guy that's had one of the 5 strongest arms, in the NFL consistently throughout his prime. He's been super accurate, arguably the most accurate quarterback of all time. Him or Drew Brees definitely hold that title. I mean, the all-platform throws, the throws on the run, Aaron Rodgers' deep ball accuracy, his touch, his ability to fit the ball into the tiniest of windows. His mobility was off the charts. It's still off the charts in my opinion. And for what it's worth, Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't make mistakes. He's got 400 career touchdown passes to 88 interceptions. The best touchdown to interception ratio of all time. The fact that Aaron Rodgers has an outside shot to get to 500 touchdown passes and throw for less than 100 interceptions by the time he gets there, that's astonishing. I don't know if he'll quite reach that mark, but we could be in a world where Aaron Rodgers one day finishes his career with like 520 touchdown passes to like 112 interceptions. That would be insane, okay? And when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, he elevates the troops around him. The Green Bay Packers, here's a fun fact about that organization. The Green Bay Packers have not drafted a single skill position player on offense since 2002. Aaron Rodgers was drafted in 2005. They have not drafted a single running back, a single wide receiver, a single tight end in the first round of the draft since 2002. People can say, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he played with James Jones. He played with Randall Cobb. He played with Jordy Nelson. He played with Greg Jennings. He played with Devontae Adams. All true, but none of those guys have ever been like, a Megatron or a Randy Moss or a Jerry Rice. They've all been very good. They've never been consistently great, okay? Did I mention the fact that Aaron Rodgers, throughout his entire prime, has never consistently had a great running game? Aaron Rodgers just now started getting a very good running game with Aaron Jones. He's had Aaron Jones for about 2 seconds in his career so far. We'll see if Aaron Jones can keep this up. But outside of having Eddie Lacy for about a year, where Eddie Lacy popped off his rookie season, Aaron Rodgers has had to deal with wide receivers at running backs. His defenses have been terrible. Aaron Rodgers has been given 1 top 5 defense in his career. Do you know the time in which he got that top 5 defense? That top 5 defense came along in 2010. And guess what? During that year, the Packers won the Super Bowl. If Aaron Rodgers had as many top 10 defenses as Tom Brady or Joe Montana, even Russell Wilson earlier in his career, when Russell Wilson had an all-time great defense, you would see Aaron Rodgers winning multiple Super Bowls. But unfortunately, his defense has let him down from time to time. I can never forget the year of 2016, where the team was not good at all. And Aaron Rodgers, the team was struggling. During the season, he said, relax, we're going to be fine. He drags that sorry, no good Packers team all the way to the NFC title game. And they come up short, but they shouldn't have been there in the first place, people. When you see Aaron Rodgers getting blown out and destroyed in some of these playoff games, just know the team probably should not have been there in the first place, okay? And a big reason why I have Aaron Rodgers ahead of Drew Brees is because Aaron Rodgers consistently elevates bad teams and bad defenses. Drew Brees, he's not proven that he can do that. Drew Brees is the all-time great quarterback. He's definitely right there as far as all-time greats, but Drew Brees has not won an MVP in his career. Aaron Rodgers has. Drew Brees, is a 500 quarterback in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers has a better career record in the playoffs than Drew Brees. He's above 500. And Aaron Rodgers has missed the playoffs only 3 times in 13 years, a couple of times due to injury. Drew Brees has missed the playoffs 9 times in his 20-year career. I don't want to hear anyone talk about Drew Brees being better than Aaron Rodgers until Drew Brees wins a second Super Bowl or gets to a second Super Bowl, okay? When you look at Aaron Rodgers' resume, he's a 2-time league MVP in the regular season. One of only 9 players to win 2 regular season MVPs or more, okay? He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He's second all-time in career pass rating. And by the way, honestly, I'll give him first all-time right now just because Patrick Mahomes is first all-time right now, but Mahomes' career just got started. It'd be very interesting to see how that pass rating kind of fluctuates throughout Patrick Mahomes' career. And Patrick Mahomes came into the perfect era to dominate as far as numbers go. You know, there's been more and more quarterbacks throwing the ball constantly. The NFL is all about the spread offense, you know. It's more easier than ever to put up numbers. That's all I'm saying. Not to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes, but I think I'm going to, give Aaron Rodgers that slight edge for now just because he's been doing it for over a decade. So Aaron Rodgers, he's got the second best pass rating of all time, basically first all time if you take away Patrick Mahomes. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler in 13 years as a starter, so 9 Pro Bowls in 13 years starting. That's pretty good. Best touchdown to interception ratio of all time. He's 7th all-time already in touchdown passes. He's 11th all-time already in career passing yards. I think that Aaron Rodgers will probably be top 5 in pretty much almost every single statistical category by the time he retires, just because Aaron Rodgers, he's only 37 years old. He still has about 4 to 5, maybe 6 or 7 years of football left in him to pile onto those numbers, okay? And I know what you've been saying throughout this whole episode. You're probably saying, Aaron Rodgers only has 1 Super Bowl. Here's a fun fact about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers in his career has never failed to score 20 points in 18 career playoff games. Here's another fun fact. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl by the score of 13-3 versus the LA Rams. I know stats aren't everything and whatnot, but Aaron Rodgers on his worst days is going to get you 20 points in the playoffs. By the way, in Aaron Rodgers' 8 career playoff losses, his defense has given up 36 points per game. I'm sorry, but you cannot win Super Bowls consistently in the NFL if your defense is giving up over 36 points per game. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, when you see Aaron Rodgers losing to the 49ers, losing to the Falcons, a couple of years ago in an NFC title game. When you see him losing to these powerhouse teams, just know Green Bay probably overachieved, and they probably shouldn't have been there in the first place. Green Bay overachieves with Aaron Rodgers a lot. And for what it's worth, Aaron Rodgers is already 4th all-time in career touchdown passes in the playoffs. Let me repeat that. Aaron Rodgers is 4th all-time in touchdown passes for his career in the playoffs. He's tied with Peyton Manning, but the significance of that stat right there is Peyton Manning has the same amount of touchdown passes as Aaron Rodgers, and he's played in 9 more career playoff games. That's astonishing. Not to mention Aaron Rodgers, he's 5th all-time in playoff passer rating. Aaron Rodgers has done his part. He's done more than enough to get Green Bay to Super Bowls. At least he's tried to do so, okay? He's done his part. His team and his coaching staff have constantly let him down. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers plays in a small market in Green Bay, Wisconsin. A market that doesn't attract free agents, okay? It's a lot of homegrown players. Green Bay has to rely on draft picks a lot. He can't go to his front office like a lot of quarterbacks and say, hey, man, go give me some help because, Green Bay doesn't have an owner, okay? So keep that in mind, people. And if you take away Tom Brady and Joe Montana and you just eliminate those guys, Aaron Rodgers' all-time resume stacks up with nearly anybody in history. Let's take away Tom Brady. Let's take away those 30 playoff wins and 6 career Super Bowl victories. Let's take away Joe Montana's 4 career Super Bowl rings and 16 career playoff wins. The most amount of wins all time in the playoffs, if you take those guys away, are 14 wins. That's held by Terry Bradshaw, John Elway, and Peyton Manning. Aaron Rodgers has 10 career playoff wins. So it's pretty realistic to think that Aaron Rodgers, in the next 2 to 3 seasons, and maybe this year, if he wins a Super Bowl, he'll be at 14 career playoff victories. So if you take away Tom Brady and Joe Montana from the picture, Aaron Rodgers, his resume pretty much stacks up with anybody. It's pretty much, take away Bill Belichick from the current head coaches in the NFL. Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin, they have the case to be the best head coaches in all football. But unfortunately, Bill Belichick is so dominant that he takes the cake most years. So that's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, to me, is an all-time great quarterback. He's a top 5 quarterback of all time already. At worst, a top 10 quarterback of all time right now. He definitely has a chance to add to his resume. I think winning a second Super Bowl will definitely validate his legacy once and for all. And I do think that he has a chance to get a second Super Bowl this season. I believe Aaron Rodgers will win a second Super Bowl before his career is over. So those are all the reasons that I believe Aaron Rodgers is already a top 5 quarterback of all time. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.